Welcome to the Liquid Late Night podcast. Listen, I said it before and I can still say it. My president is black, my Maybach too. I'll be goddamn if my diamonds ain't blue. My money's dark green and my Porsche's like gray. Hey, I'm headed to the sea. Who's gonna stop me?
Is that original?
Yes, that's original.
I like it.
That was the minister of the Apple Music halftime, Jay-Z. All right, so welcome to the Liquid Late Night podcast. That's CD. I'm Mr. A. Let's get into it. It was All-Star Weekend, and all the celebrities were out. All the ballers were there. What you got?
Well, it turned into the game in the end on Sunday was a good. I watched. I didn't see anything on Friday, and what I understand about it, I didn't miss much. So the 3-point contest was outstanding. On Saturday, Dame Lillard won. I don't know how he he played all year. He's in it. He wins, but it was that exciting. Everybody didn't kill him because the slam dunk contest sucks because none of the big name guys won't get into it. I don't know what they home. That was ugly.
It's been like that couple of years though, right? Like people.
It's been like that for a long time now. Mm-hmm. I'm old enough to remember when the major guy, when Michael was in the slam dunk and Dominique Wilkins, they was the big name guys. Everybody shows to watch it. Now they don't want to do it, and nobody. Anyway, but the 3-point contest was good. Devin Booker could have won. He had 3 shots with the money ball. He's only 1 point behind Dame and missed all 3 of them. So Dame Lillard won. He put his 3 in a row. So only 2 other guys beside him that won it 3 times. I think it was Larry Bird. I can't remember the second guy is. Anyway. But that's fine. But the big deal was Sunday. The big deal was the All-Star game. They had to set up for the USA versus the world. So what they did was they put, international players on one team. Then they had 2 teams for America. They had the Stars and the Stripes. They put all the young guys on one team. The older guys, LeBron and KD, them on the other team.
Mm-hmm.
It was good for 3 quarters. I mean, it was exciting. The young guys, which was Stars, well, they the Stripes. I don't know which one. Anyway, the young guys played world first, right? And they beat them. Victor Wembanyama was really pissed, but they beat them. Victor was showing up. He was getting the thing done. He beat them. So the second game, the winners of that game, which means the Stars played the Stripes, the older guys, and they whooped them. But then Kawhi Leonard just went insane. They was playing 12-minute games or 12-minute quarters. Kawhi scored. The team scored 45 points. Kawhi had 31. He was smoking them. He's in his own gym. He might be going to jail soon about him and the bummer deal. So he was smoking them. And so and then all 3 of those games were close. Last minute, the first one actually went to overtime. They had a 5-minute overtime. And then the other second one was won on a jump shot by Aaron Snow. Never mind. He's a point guard for Dallas right now. Not Dallas.
John Snow?
For Dallas. No. But then the third game was great, but then the fourth, by the time the world lost twice, so the world's out. Now granted, the world's best players, Shea wasn't playing, Luka was lollygagging, so they didn't really play him, and so was the Joker. So they weren't really doing that. All they had then was Karl Anthony Towns and Jamal Murray. So they lost again. So the championship round was between the Stars and the Stripes. By that time, the old guys had played 3 games in a row. They were tired, so they got blown out by the Stars, and so they got to do something about that next year. But overall, it was a good deal. It was competitive. It was fun, and I enjoyed it. I mean, it saved it. Everybody, all the talk radio and the partners were saying, "Yeah, they saved it. Finally saved the All-Star game. Now they got to do something about the slam dunk contest." But that's fine too, because these high flyers don't play. Jod was not in it. What's the other guy named Mr. Baby Man? Zion. He's none of these guys won't come out and just they won't do it. They won't represent the sport. Anyway, but it was nice. So speaking of that, so I saw some article today that the Orlando is trying to make a bid for the 2030 All-Star game because they got all this development down. You got to tell me about it. What are they trying to do down there? Rehab Harry Buffalo? What are they going to do?
Oh my God, we've been talking about that for a minute. It's called West Court, and it's basically a big chunk of land is going to get redeveloped right next to where Kia Center is on that side of I-4. And it's going to be like hotel tower and condos. It's going to be restaurants, shopping, all that kind of typical redevelopment you see next to NBA Stadium. A lot of money can pour in. They've already broke ground. So I think this timeline to get it done in time, at least in place before the All-Star game is probably good. Kia Center is still a relatively new arena. They've played in Orlando before. I don't think they had any complaints in terms of getting people to come through and all that kind of stuff. And they want to showcase that. And I'm pretty sure they're going to have that done in time to showcase that to them. They want to show off that side of I-4 because nobody's going to downtown yet. But no, I think that's going to be very exciting, and it probably will happen. You make fun of the city of Orlando, but the NBA will come to town. They've been to town. It's a good place. The players are going to have a good time.
That's like forever.
2030? It's 4 years out.
No, I mean, I said the last time they was in Orlando was 2012.
Okay. Was that, and I'm trying to remember if that was probably still the old Amway. Was it even Kia Center? I'd have to look it up. Actually, I'd have to look it up because, no, it might have been after Kia Center had just opened.
Well, I wasn't making fun of Orlando. It's just not my place. It's
Hey, if the All-Stars come to town, you might come through.
No, I doubt it.
Get your hotel for the weekend. Just hell out, chill out, see all the sights.
There's no water. Where's the water?
What do you need water? There's a perfectly fine lake actually on the other side near where Camping World and Explorer Stadiums are. We got you a lakefront. It's downtown Lake Eola.
I don't get grabbed by a gator.
Oh, my God. You in Florida, everything's going to let you get grabbed by a gator.
No, they're not in the Gulf.
You heard of them Gulf Gators? That's different. That's different type.
They're not in Tampa Bay. We got dolphins. Maybe.
Listen, I think it's exciting. That actually be listen. Between the Jaguars coming to town to do their games while their stadium gets renovated, they already started the renovations on Camping World that they're already going to do, but it's going to make it look better, be even better for an NFL game. Games for
is that this season coming up, and then the following season.
Following season,
the 27th season.
Yeah, and I think they're down here for 2 seasons after that. So you roll that right into town. They already get all these bowl games.
Yeah, the traffic is horrible. I'm not coming down there.
Listen, they do got everything concentrated. So there's been times where there'd be a Magic game, something going over at the soccer stadium, and maybe there's some big event or something. Maybe there's a concert or somewhere. Yeah, it's going to be jacked, but it is what it is. I mean, you build the venues and people come. This is the trade-off. So get you a hotel. Yeah. We'll give you some hotel space down there. There's plenty of hotels. We have some new hotels by then. You come through. I think it's going to be exciting. I think it's going to be exciting. I always like to see, because that, like you said, that just brings people in, that brings revenue in, that brings economic venue, and maybe it's not just all going over to Disney or Universal, but maybe the All-Stars will bring their families, they'll send them over there. I'm just saying, tourists will be in town to come see the games. They'll do some other stuff around, do some civic events. It's going to be nice. It's going to be nice.
I'm trying to avoid the tourists.
Not those kind of tourists. But before we leave the All-Star, I just want to say, are we not going to talk about how good Barack and Michelle looked on the floor seats?
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
They're fine. They had one of the daughters was there. Which one was that? The young
that was
one?
Sasha.
And then he had a couple of his little nephews that with him too. Mm-hmm. No, they were balling having a good time.
Yeah, they were standing O from the whole arena.
Well, of course they're the best, So because it was one play, I guess it was between the Joker and Devin Booker. Is it Devin Booker? I don't know. I'm all mixed up today. And the ball popped loose and popped right into Brock's hand. Mm-hmm. And then he was back to me, came give him a big hug, and it was ready, boss. Mm-hmm. I saw some stuff on Instagram because everybody has the audio and some follow people around. Barack Obama in the house, and everybody goes, "What that guy named Kate Cunningham went over and talked to him." So it was nice. It was excellent, and
Reggie was good. Reggie Miller talked to him, I guess in between plays or something. He still dunked on him. We still beat you. We still beat you.
You talking about the Bulls beating up on Indiana, which I'm no fan of Reggie, so I was glad to hear that. I was dying.
Listen, some of our audience are fans of Indiana. I may or may not pass that along. All I'm saying is it looked good.
I said Reggie. I didn't say Indiana.
They fans of Reggie too. All right, moving on.
But no, it was No, the overall that the Inwood Dome and that whole area up there with it's beautiful, and everybody was talking. It's really really nice. But of course, everybody was there. Spike and his crew was there. I saw a piece. They were all there, and why not be there? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think Queen Latifah was there. I think
Yeah, she's all over the place. Yeah,
listen, it's just a party.
but
Just a party.
listen, that's the All-Star game in Los Angeles. It's like, man, please, it's just there's 3 days or 4 days of just partying. All the old, because I was listening to a lot of interviews and stuff. A lot of the old heads were there. They were honoring, the guys like Dr. J and the big old Oscar Robertson, Jabbar, and these kind of guys, and they're all there. And of course, everybody comes to that show. So it was very, very, very well. I enjoyed it as much as I saw. So for NBA guys, because we finally got the Super Bowl, even though it's not talk radio, the TV pundit show, sports show, still act like the football is not over yet. Say, guys, we played the Super Bowl, 2 weeks ago? Give me a break. We need time for some baseball scandals and stuff, which I heard one today, but I can't remember what it was. I can't talk about it.
Listen, you're doing what you got to do. Lord, just okay. It's fine. We promise we'll lay off the NFL for like 2 minutes. I don't even want to tell you. Can we talk about college football? Spring games are coming up. That'll be good.
College basketball be doing better than that, boss. They talk about the draft. There's a great draft coming this year. I said, guys, come on, give me a break. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. Well, I listen. They had the Daytona 500 this weekend, and I guess Michael Jordan's team won.
Mm-hmm. Hey, that's the new NASCAR, baby.
Well, they went to court with these guys and won. So they got to be some. So what do you think about that? What's the conspiracy theories of the world think about that one? Because they just came out of court with these guys like a month or so ago.
I mean, I caught a little bit of I actually caught a little like the ending like 3-4 laps of that because they moved the game up. They moved the race up because they knew that storm line was coming through, and you could see it on the shots. Like you could see the line, and they were trying to get them done before it came through because it was going to be rough for those cars. And it was pretty exciting, and coming up at the end, and somebody's making a pass, and like all of a sudden you see like 3-4 cars start flipping, catch on fire. Somebody got bumped out. I was like, oh.
Well, his teammates helped him with what I understand about it. So Michael's got the ring coming for Daytona 500. I said, oh, okay. Well, definitely go to court for it. And you get to.
But it's so funny to me with NASCAR, and I know that's just the way it is. Daytona 500 is their biggest race of the year. It's also the first race of the year because they still got the whole rest of their season, and then they do their cup and finals at the end. But the 500 is the business, but that's the first season.
Yeah, I knew about 500 because I lived here before. In this because they have the bigger race with the Talladega. The stuff they do in the
Hialeah and in the Carolinas. But then when they do the Cup finals, last couple games, I don't keep calling the games. Last couple of races, determines your spot in the finals in the Cup. Winston, it used to be Winston Cup. Now I think it's whatever sponsor is now FedEx Cup or something. But those races, I mean, maybe you got to be a real fan to appreciate them. Those races don't have the name recognition, don't name the brand as the 500. The 500 says what that is.
Yeah,
everybody knows what that is. But
now, because they were talking about who else, somebody because Michael, I don't know if it was the first black team to win, maybe it was, but what's his name? Brad Daugherty's been doing this for a long time. He's played basketball for Cleveland, but he's had a race team for a long time, and so has Larry Nance Sr. His son's in the NBA right now. The Lakers drafted him after Larry Nance Jr., but Michael went out and get it done, so you got to give it to him. Again, you go to court, you win in court, you win on the track. What do I know?
There you go. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. It's got to be. We got to investigate the economics of that sport because you think because between them and F1 and all these other people are spending so much money, but that must be the money must be there on the back end because
if I had my druthers, I kind of like F1.
Yeah, because it's not just a circle. They're running through different
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I remember gosh, man,
I know what you're talking. Long Beach Grand Prix.
the Long Beach Grand Prix
Hmm.
in Honda, because I used to sponsor, because I was Honda back in the day, and we had to sponsor the Honda race cars. So I used to have one at my spot and at my business as a dealer, and put it on a platform. Every year we did that. Like, we had a Honda, it's probably was a shell of one, but still it was there.
So yeah.
And people would come around and take pictures with it and stuff like that. It was excellent. And especially after I watched Formula One, the movie, it was excellent. But then those guys, maniacs doing that oval, that's a whole different deal. Knocking each other out, burn it up, and man, please. Again. What's the other the Talladega? I'm trying to think of the big races because the most of them are in the South here. They're not. They had a few of them. The Pomona ones in California and Riverside County, the desert out there, but the bigger ones are all here.
Mhm.
They was trying to push it to the west and stuff like that now, but the races are all here. So anyway, way to go, Michael. Baseball starting up. The Dodgers all in. That's all I know.
Wait, we're gonna have to go into strain training here. Watch them defend. Or they start to. Is there? I guess we'll do this real quick. Right now, is there anybody who can take the Dodgers? Because they've assembled. We said this coming into the World Series. They've assembled a super team, and it's a super team that's relatively, young and or at the peak of their abilities, prime playing years. And
Well, the problem with that is baseball don't have a salary cap, so guys can do what they can spend all the money. You know what I mean?
Well, they do, but they don't. It doesn't seem like anybody cares about it. There's like a luxury tax or something on there, but you can. I guess baseball just figured out how to work around it, and they just do what they want.
Oh yeah, because they gave $750 million to Tony. They paid him $2 million a year. And they kicked the other rest of it out for 20 years or something. Somebody saying number like that. It's out there gaining interest. So he's getting like $2 million a year or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, but it's baseball. But I enjoyed it this year, so maybe it's gonna be good this year too. So who knows?
It'd be all trendy. We're going to see it. Let's see what else. Hockey's happening. We'll catch back up. I'm trying to think of anything else big.
Well, the sports thing, those skiers got, man. That was some bad deal. Those skiers got an avalanche. Where are they?
Well, that was in Colorado. That wasn't. Unfortunately, they were just out there, and there was an avalanche. Yeah, that happened on today.
No, it happened yesterday. So they're skiers, right? They're not like sports skiers. They was out.
I think they were just out and about, enjoying the
out and about on a ski deal.
Because that's
people.
You just out there. They were not at the Olympics, although there were a lot of injuries and stuff out there for that. Your girl Lindsey Vonn got hurt like real early in the games, and
no, I watched the Olympics today this morning because it's on right now. I watched it. It's exciting. What's the one? Because you got your brand ambassador there, Snoop Dogg.
Yeah. If you had told me in 1995 that Snoop Dogg would be our ambassador to the world, I would have said, "What kind of smoke were you smoking?"
I was thinking about it. I said, what is with this? How does some Snoop Dogg become the darling with a blunt in his hand, flip? I mean,
I think you know what it is. I think because his generation, which is my generation, we're all this age now. We're all adults, and we're like, "Oh yeah, that's Snoop. That's what he does." You're all aged and mature, and all of a sudden, yeah, of course we're gonna have Snoop Dogg. It's Snoop Dogg. He's been great. It doesn't make any sense. It really shouldn't make sense.
I was just gonna say I wasn't following you on that one.
It just listen. All these guys, all these gangster rapper guys, who were like 20-ish, or whatever, at the day or something like that, they all are respectable members of the community. They all respectable. I bet you Ice Cube's no more for his daddy daycare movies than he was for any of his music.
No, Ice-T is known for he's a cop.
No, Ice Cube. Ice-T is known for being a cop, a TV cop, more than his gangster rap. LL is no more of NCIS and hosting the Grammys. They might still know.
He's a cop too.
He was a cop too. He's a big boy.
I'm like, good gracious, all these guys, man. Because I was watching a piece the other day, just to get off on this for a second. And they were saying why they never made a follow-up to a New Jack City. And he was talking to about Ice Cube, not Ice Cube, ST, and Wesley. What happened was Wesley tested so great after New Jack, he started getting offers, and he did, next movie he did was that crazy movie he did with Stallone when he played the
Demolition Man.
Demolition Man. So they basically priced him out of the market.
Yeah,
and it's at the same time that we couldn't do it because Ice-T came out with Cop Killer.
Yeah, that's true.
Cop Killer was a hit, and everybody's lost their mind about Cop Killer. Lost their mind. So it's like every time I see him on that, when I saw him, I said, is that not the Cop Killer playing a cop around the last 20 years?
Exactly.
How do we get off on that?
Listen, Wesley had Demolition Man, he got Rising Sun, and he got Blade. And I think it's pretty much in that order. I think it might come on in there, but those are the big three I remember. And
Blade blew
you can't afford them.
Blade jump started all the superhero stuff. Mm-hmm. He gets no credit really for that, but he did.
Eventually, he gets the flowers.
I watched a docu on that, and they said, "Listen, Blade is the one that kicked all that stuff off again. I mean, towards the superhero type movies and stuff." Mm-hmm. And Wesley, they bring him back. So what's that stupid movie he was in with recently with
Deadpool and Wolverine?
Yeah, which it's awful. I tried to watch it. No, I don't want to.
Yeah, but he's good. When they bring all the old heroes in, he's good. I was gonna say, I saw something that where they were going back and saying, listen, you're not only are you not giving Blade its props for starting the superhero genre, it started a whole genre of kind of those movies. Because remember, The Matrix comes out after that, and they stole. It looks, or production might have been the same time, but there's a whole lot of similarities in the look and feel of those two movies.
Yeah.
You want to say there's a whole lot. You're like, maybe the plot was different.
What Blade was 96, 97? I can't remember right now.
I think it was 98 and Matrix was 99, but I think they were in production at the same time.
Yeah.
But the black leather, the martial arts, some of the slow motion, some of the bullet time stuff was in one and the other. It looked better by the time they did Matrix. That's a lot.
Blade was, listen. I was at the Onion Theater in Century City when I saw a trailer for Blade. And I was like, what in the world is this? Because I've never seen anything like that before. You know what I mean? And when it came out, it was like, man, it was just killer. It was just, man, Wesley was mean, dude. And what's that woman that played opposite him? Is it Latange?
I'd have to look. I don't even remember her name. I know Chris Christopherson's in it. Because basically it's him and then the girl was just kind of extra.
Yeah.
But Chris looking 300 years old, and then he still does movies later on. He's still like 400 years old. This guy's stay old. So yeah, we're gonna move a little bit. I guess we'll do this part as kind of folding on an entertainment kind of politics real quick. Just real quick, we're just gonna say, great actor just passed away. Right, that a great civil rights icon passed away. So we lost Robert Duvall, and then the day before we lost the Reverend Jesse Jackson.
All right, let me kick. I'll put on something. Yeah. Robert Duvall, I really, just like he's a great cowboy. I know he's Tom Hagen from The Godfather, but I like him as a cowboy. He does some good cowboy movies. He did some good work. He was older, open range. It's good. I know he was in the original Lonesome Dove too.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And I tried to watch that lately, but that didn't age well. And what else? Broken Trails. He's a good cowboy. And then he was also in the story about Geronimo, American, what do you call it? American Hero, something like that. But he was Wes Studi playing Geronimo, but he was in that one. So he's a great cowboy. So as far as Tom Hagen, yeah. So we lost, but he was old, man. He was 95 years old.
Yeah. I feel like he just had a movie a couple of years ago that was, again, celebrated or something. So, he's still working. He just he lived
just do some stuff. He was a great life. Down there hanging out in Mexico for a long time. I was surprised he was back in the States living because last night I saw some docs on him. He was living down in Mexico, just, at a hacienda, just kind of chilling. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's a lot of good work there, a lot of good stuff. Mm-hmm. Because I saw him why did I see him recently? He was younger, but he still didn't have no hair, but he was younger. Mm-hmm. Oh, I know, it was an old John Wayne movie called Rooster Cogburn. He's a cattle rustler. Anyway,
that's fun. Running in the desert sands of Palmdale, wherever they filmed it, probably.
Okay, can we pause this one?
All right, so Reston, Power, Robert Duvall. Hey, we'd like to thank you for listening to Liquid Late Nights podcast. We're always online at liquidlations.com. Follow us on all our social media platforms. Streaming on all the big platforms. Apple Music, Spotify. Check us out on youtube.com/liquidlatenights. And we out. Peace.